Understanding the different types of people will help you to be more effective in working and interacting with others. I'll talk about that in this video. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg of Optimist Performance, and I work with business owners to develop self-motivated and highly productive employees and salespeople, which causes managing to be easier, less stressful, and more profitable. Subscribe to our channel to get more of these videos. In my last video, I spoke about the different ways to have people become more creative in their work in order to drive change and continuous improvement. And I spoke about three key elements that contribute to having people be more creative and adjust to change. And the first one was about types of people. Now, in the approach that I use in terms of learning about different types of people, and I learned that from my former coach and mentor, who's not with us anymore, Fritz Glaus. And he created or taught this system of the classic types of people. And there's 6 classic types. The foundation of that is based on the 3 intelligences. So we all possess 3 intelligences, or as some neuroscience experts say, call it 3 brains. And the first brain or intelligence is the physical intuitive intelligence. The second is the emotional intelligence. And the third is the intellectual intelligence. So they kind of speak for themselves. The physical one, person or type, is more centered on the physical nature of things, of doing things, of working with things, getting things done with things, also being attracted to beauty, to, that whole notion of everything that's attached around physicality, pleasure, that type of thing. The emotional type or person is more influenced by their emotions. So they react to situations and people emotionally. It's about how they feel about things, not about, thinking logically about it first, but it's about feeling about a situation or things. And they tend to like people and want harmony in things, tend to be good listeners, empathetic, that type. Then you have the intellectual type, and they're idea people. They always have a lot of great ideas. They know a lot of stuff. They like to get into depth and knowledge of things. They're very logical, so they make good planners, strategists, that type of thing. So of course we all, again, possess all 3 of those intelligences. It's understanding, the key, I guess, is understanding which one is more dominant in us, because we tend to use that intelligence more often, and we rely on that more, and it drives certain tendencies, certain motivations. Now, I'm not going to get into all that because that extends into the 6 classic types, and you get into things like the more active types, passive, positive, negative, but it's still a pretty simple system to understand. What you can do is to observe yourself to see which type are you more like, which intelligence is more dominant in you, and also to observe others to see the same. So you can start getting a feel for the 3 intelligences. The idea is to become more balanced in all 3 intelligences. So you know when to use the intuitive sense, you know when to be more emotional, and when to be more logical. And that's really what makes us more effective, when we can use all our resources in balance. Now, Fritz Glaus, who I mentioned, wrote a book called Crazy Zoo, Know Thyself Made Easy. And in this book, he walks you through the process of discovering your type. So there's no questionnaire, it's through this explanation. And it's actually a fable about zoo animals, and each animal represents one of the different 6 classic types. And through that, they go through this process of developing teamwork and working together to live together in harmony. And so you could discover your type through that book. And if you're interested, you could purchase that book for only $5 an ebook right now through our blog. And I put a link in the description of this video or in the blog article itself. And I encourage you to do that. I'll come back and talk more about the three intelligences and the classic types in future videos. Fritz also developed leadership training and team development training programs that incorporate the classic types within it, which makes it quite unique in terms of understanding people dynamic. And the description of those programs are available through the links, again, in the description of this video or the blog article. I hope you find this information useful. Leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you.